Today on CityCast Chicago. Look, I ain't never hid my bias. I'm a lifelong Sox fan. But yeah, I pay attention. I read. I know the Cubs are good this season. So I figured it was time for me to go on and head up to Wrigley, and my Sox had no less, and see what the hype was about. It's Thursday, July 10th. I'm Jacoby Cochran, and this is what Chicago's talking about.
Addison is next. Doors open on the left at Addison. This is Addison.
Have price hats, guys. Anybody need tea tickets?
Currently walking up Addison, just got off of the red line. The entire train car was packed with Cubs fans. I am out here on a Tuesday afternoon, currently in first place in the NL Central, and within, I think, 2 or 3 games of the number one record in the National League. And there's somebody over the last, not only 4 years, but 20 plus years since the days of Sammy Sosa has tried my best not to pay attention to what's going on at Wrigley. The truth is, I couldn't ignore the momentum that this current team has, the energy that they have. It's shoulder to shoulder. People are starting to flow out of the bars. The game starts at 7 o'clock tonight. They play in the Guardians. And so I want to talk to some fans to ask not only what's been the most exciting part of the season thus far, but then also why should somebody like me rocking a Sox hat right now bring his ass up here to the north side, hop up on that long packed red line once again to see this? And why should somebody who's maybe neutral in the forthcoming Crosstown Classic, why should they make themselves to Wrigley? Is the energy this season really all that special? Excuse me, sir. A couple quick questions about the Cubs.
Sure.
Okay. How long you been a Cubs fan?
23 years, yeah.
Are you with them, my friend?
That's my dad, yeah.
How long you been a Cubs fan?
Our first game was 69, Kenny Holtzman's no-hitter.
Come on. You guys mind introducing yourself?
No problem. I'm Lewis. This is my son, Aaron.
I'm Aaron.
What does the energy feel like thus far this season?
Awesome. It's been a great season, having a lot of fun. They're a fun team to watch. They really are.
What's been your favorite part of the season thus far?
I mean, that's tough. I would say probably early season when we beat the Dodgers, took the season series from them.
The Chicago Cubs use pitching, base running, and a Pete Crow Armstrong night to remember to take 2 of 3 from the Los Angeles Dodgers. They win it 4-2.
And the Cubs played some great baseball here all weekend long, Ron.
Yeah, after losing those first 2 in Japan, coming back and getting the season series from them was pretty cool.
First and foremost, you mind introducing yourself?
Sergio?
What has been your favorite part of the season thus far?
It was the last game. I think it was May 18th. I forgot against who, but they had a comeback win.
Okay.
It was like probably one of the best games we've ever seen. And then the previous game, we came to the Dodgers game. So the Cubs won that game too. So, so far 2-0, 2-0, yeah. It's always fun. That's all I got to say. I mean, no matter what, the energy is always up. Either they're losing or winning. And then, thank God they're winning now.
Can you introduce yourself to the people?
Rick Harris, Vice President, General Manager of WGN-TV.
We did not set this up, y'all. We were just standing out here on Clark. So the Cubs right now are first in the NL Central, right? People are excited. What are you feeling about the energy right now? It's like the best first half of the season in not only a couple of years, but damn near a decade. How you feeling about it?
I feel great about the energy. The thing that I'm most excited about is professional sports matters in a city like Chicago. As the team goes, so does the city. You see a lot of people smiling and taking photos and hanging out and everything. It has an impact on the city, and anything that has a positive impact on the city, I'm all about it.
Why should a Sox fan or maybe somebody who's neutral in the Crosstown Classic make their way up to Wrigley, navigate these streets for a game this season?
The energy here is incredible. It's like the Cubs have such an offensive powerhouse. They're fun to watch. They're never out of a game. And you know what? When the White Sox won, my father-in-law was a huge White Sox fan, always rubbed it in my face. But I love it for the city of Chicago. Anything that's positive for our city. Come on. This is the greatest city in the world. And, why not come down here and enjoy when you have a winning team? We don't have a lot of those in Chicago right now.
That's why I had to make my way up here, see if the hype was real, the energy was real.
I'm Ish Dog from Humboldt Park, baby, on the west side. Let's do this.
I feel like it's going to be a great season. It's going to be like a run back of 2016 when we won the World Series. I think we're on that track, to be honest.
Pitching's going to be the key down the stretch, though, right, with everything. I think they did start off. I think the hype is real.
Why should a Sox fan or somebody who's neutral in the rivalry make their way up to Wrigley, come to a game, come to this 110-year-old beast?
Man, because this is tradition. You just said it right now, 110-year-old beast. This is a phenomenon, right? Like, this is a Chi-Town landmark. Yes, it's tradition. The hype here is just great. The energy's always great. Man, when I was little, the Mickey D's was just there, and they didn't shut down the street. Now they're shutting down the street. You got to come feel that hype, baby.
You mind introducing yourself? I love that shirt.
All right, Michael Peterson. Well, of course, leading the Central Division has to be the highlight. You know, you always need more pitching, but one more bat. But I tell you, I like what the lineup they have. It's good. I tell you, I mean, the ivy looks great. Lovely weather on the north side. I mean, come on, it's nice up here.
Nice to meet you, Connor. Nice to meet you, Dylan. Are people buying the hype? Is it worth the price of admission?
Of course. You got PCA, Kyle Tucker, Seiya Suzuki, Ian Happ. What more can you ask for? I mean, I know the Sox, they may get a bad rap. They still got some good ball players.
They do.
The Cubs might pick them up at the trade deadline, but we never know.
I'm Ken.
I'm Chris.
How is the energy feeling the first half of the season for you?
Oh, it's been fabulous. Absolutely terrific. And we're now out-of-towners, and I even bought the Cubs package so I could keep watching them.
Yeah, we're in California now, so we get to watch like 11 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty cool.
Definitely.
We used to walk here. We used to live in Wrigleyville.
Okay.
So we used to have season tickets.
Wrigley is a unique experience in baseball. You got to come here. I don't care who you're a fan of. And you know what? When the Sox were making it happen 20 years ago, we were for it. We liked it.
We like both teams. We're unusual. If they're playing each other, we're going to root for the Cubs, but we like the Sox too.
But you think this neighborhood is worth navigating to come see this 110-year-old gym?
Absolutely, no question.
It's unique.
Yeah.
It is. It's if you're a baseball fan, it's a religious experience.
Y'all mind if I go around and get a couple quick introductions?
Yeah, go for it. I'm John.
Kayla.
I'm Peter.
Peter got the Guardians jersey on.
I'm Anna. Katie.
Katie also got the Guardians jersey on.
I'm JP from Cleveland.
JP also got the Guardians jersey on. All right, I want to ask, have y'all gone anywhere before going into the game? Like, do y'all have a favorite spot before or after the game?
We went to the Murphys, the Cubby Bear, and the Budweiser thing. Budweiser Brick House thing over there. We liked them all. They did a Chicago handshake. Can't say that I did that, but it was.
First time trying Malort? Anybody in the group?
Yeah, right here. I mean, it's interesting, but you know.
This shit is terrible. This shit is terrible.
No, that's like my second or third time having it. Tastes better from the bottle. Still awful.
Yeah. The beer helps a lot. Hey, I really appreciate y'all making time today. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day, all right? All right, peace out. She was like, I am hanging on. We have been to 3 bars. Please forgive me.
I'm Pete DeGeorge.
Do you have a favorite place you like to go before or after the game, good times and bad?
You know, I don't come down here that often, but I was just at a place called the Stolen Saddle right down here on Clark, and it was a lot of fun. People were vibing. Everyone's getting pregame for this game, and just a good time.
So I'll give you the bougie answer. 1914 is wonderful. But any place I can get a cold beer and a good hot dog, I'm good.
Murphy's.
Murphy's?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's your go-to when you go there?
Old style, of course.
Chipotle. cheap thrills, right?
Yeah, Chipotle too, yeah.
I don't want to get too insider baseball, but trade deadline at the end of the month. What do you think this team needs to like really compete, put themselves not only in a position to win the division, but maybe be at the top of the NL at the end of it all?
Right, so I can't take credit for it, but I was listening to sports radio this morning, and everybody's talking about starting pitching. So, you know, championships are won around starting pitching and defense. So I'd say pitching and defense, that's where they should be focused.
Oh, man, I think they need a frontline starter, one. I think they need a second starter, and I think they need one more bat. You know, I'm a big fan of Matt Shaw, but unfortunately the bat's not cutting it right now. I think they need to go out and get Eugenio Suarez from Arizona, and then they need 2 starting pitching.
Shaw's been good since coming back from the minors, but not cutting it at third base right now.
He's up and down. He's just defensively, he's been a gem. It's been fun to watch, but sometimes we need that bat, especially in the bottom of the order. We have one of the best bottoms in the orders in baseball. So
they need some more pitching, and
Bullpen's got to do, and they got to, they were hitting great in the beginning of the season, and then bats got a little sleepy there.
They need starting pitching. That's the key to it. They need a good starting pitcher. I know they're talking about Keller from the Pirates, Joe Ryan
from the Twins.
Just honestly, anything. As long as they make a move to get a good starting pitcher, I think we're good. We're in good shape.
I love this team. I love it. Everyone keeps talking about that we need more pitching. I think we need 1 or 2 more bats. Maybe at third base, as much as I love Shaw, need some production out of third base.
And that's a couple of people have mentioned Shaw thus far. I feel bad putting him on blast, but we're not the only ones.
I'm Gabrielle, and this is KJ.
Nice to meet you, Gabrielle. Nice to meet you, KJ. Is this your first Cubs game this season?
Yes.
Do you watch the Cubs closely?
Yes.
What's been your favorite part of the season thus far?
Seeing Armstrong hit his inside the park home run.
Come on. All right, I'm going to ask you a more tricky question. What do you think this team needs to improve so they got a better chance in the playoffs?
Defense.
Defense, okay, I like that. The Cubs going to play against the Sox at the end of the month in the Crosstown Classic down on the south side. The Cubs won the first one this year. Who you think going to win the second one?
The Cubs.
Man, get out of here, KJ. I don't even want. Have a great rest of your day, okay? Thanks for making time for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. What is your name?
Robin.
Nice to meet you, Robin. And again, happy birthday. The Crosstown Classic is at the end of the month. 3-game series. Give me your chances that the Sox win at least one of those games.
0.
See, I thought I had a sweetheart out here who's gonna give us a chance to be nice. And no. I appreciate y'all making time. Y'all enjoy the game.
Winning 1 game, they got a chance.
They got a
chance. The series. I don't know, man. I
can't go against the Cubs.
Wait, is it at the Sox?
It is.
Okay. I mean, if they get a good crowd, it's a good turnout.
Uh-huh.
It always draws.
All right, couple final questions. Better logo, Cubs, Sox?
Cubs.
That's my last question. I thought y'all were going to be honest, and you weren't. Hey, excuse me, you got a Sox jersey on up here. You mind if I talk to you real quick? I got the Sox hat on. I don't see a lot of people rocking the gear. What's your name, boss?
Derek.
Sox fan for life. Why are you up here with the Cubs right now?
My friends dragged me to this, and also it's ISU night, so I had to show out because I went to Illinois State.
I went to Bradley University, and so we both in enemy territory tonight. Obviously, you've been paying attention. Do you think this is a season that Cubs fans should be excited for, or should they, calm the hell down, like relax a little bit?
It's going to end in normal fashion where, they start off hot, and then now they hit, July, August, September, and they crash and burn, and they don't make the playoffs, even the wild card. So I'm not worried. I've accepted as a White Sox fan, we're not going to make the playoffs anytime soon. These people haven't, so.
Do you root for their downfall, or do you enjoy when the Cubs have some hype and it falls off, or do you want them to do well just as a?
No, never, no.
You want the worst for them. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I will say, there is no, Cubs fans ain't really about the heckling. I don't know if it's because they think they McDonald's to our Burger King or something and it's not worth it. But I will say the only people to kind of speak ill in this back and forth was the Sox fan towards Cubs. A lot of the Cubs fans showed a little love. They said we ain't got no chance in hell to win at the end of July, but I take it where we can get it. All right, it seems the story out here today is people want more pitching, a little more offense. No one thinks the Sox have a chance at the end of the month. But overall, the energy has been very hospitable. Not a lot of heckling. Most people tell it as it is. A lot of people had this sense that, their allegiance may be with the North Side, maybe with the Cubbies, but more or less they think this is just good for the city in general. They think when any sports team is good, that benefits all Chicagoans. I don't know if I 100% agree with that. And I don't know if outside of this recording in this episode, I'll make my way up here for a game this year. But if I have a friend that comes into town, which is usually the case, they want to buy tickets, I'll come up here and make some time for them so they can get their Chicago landmark out the way. The Cubs are on the road for the next week, playing against the Twins tonight, and then the Yankees on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They'll be back on Friday to July 18th to kick off a series against the Red Sox. The Crosstown Classic is coming up at the end of the month. Going to be played on the South Side the 25th, 26th, and 27th. I'm going to definitely have to pull up for one of them games. Some good news. All week long, my White Sox are celebrating the 20th anniversary of our chip. They're going to be photo ops, first pitches with former players from the championship team, giveaways all 3 days, including special bobbleheads and replica statues. All-Star and Mr. Perfect Game Mark Burley is getting his statue unveiling tomorrow night. I will drop a link to the full rundown of events in the show notes. As always, we appreciate you for listening and reading. We're going to be back bright and early tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Peace.
Jesus was a Cubs fan, I heard.
I'm going to ask the Pope to check in on that one. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day, okay?